Bosh.
Bosh. Well, good evening.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Scott.
Good evening, Liam. We are outside.
Yeah, well, thank you for my pint.
You're welcome.
Enjoy
it, because it's only going to be the only one you're going to get.
I thought you were going to be Mr. Moneybags. I thought you were expecting big pay coming in this week. By the time I spoke to you,
this is the beginning of me climbing out of the hole. I'm still in the hole.
You're still...
But, I'm starting to... Like the episode of The Simpsons was on at the weekend, where Burns and Homer get trapped in the... They go on the skiing...
Oh, they get trapped in the room with all the snow.
Yeah, and then you see Homer climbing, he's like digging out, and Burns is like, I'm not much of a digger. I'm getting to that point where the light is about to shine through the hole.
Alright, so one more week to go then.
One more fucking week. But it's not going to be like all of a sudden I'm Mr. Moneybags.
Oh, no. I never expect that, Scott. That you're going to suddenly turn up like a pimp.
I haven't applied myself enough to demand that kind of wage.
Yeah.
Dear, oh dear.
Oh, what are you looking for? Oh.
Filters. I'm a dirty smoker.
How was work?
Boring. Next. I don't want to get into work. Shit,
Well,
I just escaped.
I'll tell you something new that I tried that I've never done before.
What's that?
I can't remember what the word for it is. Like, you talk about them, it's where they heat up the weed and...
Oh, vaporizers.
Yeah, but it was like a pocket one, like the size of like a large mobile telephone.
Okay.
And then, you unscrew the bottom, put the weed in there, screw it in.
Wait for it to heat up.
Switch it on, there's a little LCD screen. Welcome. Yeah, and then it heats up, and then you got this little tube out the other end, and then you breathe it in, and it's very nice.
What did you think?
Yeah, I
Very nice?
enjoyed it. Apparently those machines are bucks.
Yeah, they're not cheap, man. Like, I bought one about 3 years ago, and it was literally 25 quid, and it consisted of like a glass dome that fit over the top of the heating element. But that thing got to like 400 degrees, and there was nothing to stop you just putting your finger on it and going, so it was well cheap. Yeah, the actual proper ones, some of them can run you like 800 quid.
Well, he was saying it was a couple $100 this thing.
Was it a box?
It was
a portable one.
Yeah, it's a portable one.
Okay.
Yeah. So he was saying it's awesome. He can go out to the park with it, and it just looks like he's swigging from a hip flask, but instead he's just sucking in a bit of pure smoke.
It's the way of the future, man.
Well,
It's a completely different high though.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
No. It's not as in your face like.
No, and that's why they use that a lot for people that are
medicinal. Yeah.
Because you get the pain killing effects and all that kind of shit. But oh my god, speaking of vaporizers, when I had mine and I was being all like frisky and trying to like learn about it, I went on this website and there was a video, and it was literally for people with like bone cancer.
Okay.
But the doctor was like, so I'm responding to a couple of videos or letters or whatever from people saying that they're using a lot of cannabis to try and ease the pain of their terminal illness, but they're not really getting the benefits. So what I would suggest is using your vaporizer, but instead of leaving it on for 4 minutes, just leave it on for 2. What you're looking for is, instead of green matter, you want a kind of tarry brown matter. So okay, if you use a vaporizer, first it goes to this brown colour, like light brown, tan brown, and then it goes black once you've incinerated the fuck out of it. There's nothing left. He suggested only using it until it got to the brown stage, take it out and roll up with that stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, let me give this a try. I did it. I was fucking knocked off my socks.
Really?
Oh my god.
Or too high?
Not even high, man. Like body, like, oh my god. My brain and my lips are just not moving at the same speed. Like, oh my god, this is incredible. So I can see why that might help someone who's dying.
Well, yeah, you can't really give people morphine for them to give themselves, can you?
No, they give you liquid morphine, but even then they're like, they don't want to hand it over.
No.
My mum got it when she had her leg chopped off, and they were like, you need to be very careful with this.
Yeah.
She was like, understood, and I said, I understand. But of course, the first thing I did was have a little swig. Good stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah. I can see why people get hooked on it. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so no, that was fun. I got really high that day. I did a bullet bong or something as well.
Yeah, bullet, yeah.
Yeah, I've never done one of them before.
It's fraffery. It's all for being able to smoke outside. And I'm not really a social smoker, so I've never really got into it.
No. Well, you know, if I had money, I'd get one for my mum. That's the sort of thing my mum would like.
Great health benefits.
Yeah, exactly.
No carcinogens.
Yeah, because she's always got, since she started smoking again.
Bit of a hack.
Yeah, I can hear her in the night coughing sometimes, and I'm like, that's not a cigarette cough. That's a, yeah, you know.
Does your mum use tobacco?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Rollies like you?
No, she used normal ciggies.
Okay. Which is probably the way she learned to smoke.
Yeah, she actually got some hash.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Someone at work, but then she got this block of it, really small block, and it was 20 quid. And
yeah, it's probably not. If it's not soft to the touch as well, you never know the potency.
Yeah.
Soap bar.
Yeah.
So it was that time in Canterbury I bought. Well, I went halves on a 9 bar, and that's 9 ounces of hash to the normal non-criminal element of our audience. The plan wasn't to smoke it all. I was going to sell a bit down in Canterbury and try and make some money. It was either that or get a real job. And fuck that noise. But
did you manage to sell it, or did you just smoke it all?
I sold about 2 apes, and then some dude started ringing me at like 2 in the morning, and I realised there and then that this ain't the role for me.
No, because you're gonna get dodgy calls at dodgy times.
Yeah, and I don't want to see people in daylight hours. Never mind showing up at my door like, "Hey man, how's it going?" Yeah, I know the fake conversation. Take your shit, give me the money, and fuck off. So that didn't work. But anyway, my point is, like, when we bought that, like, literally I went halves with someone and we halved it down the middle. That shit had plastic in it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like real bits, like bits off carrier bags plastic.
Oh, nasty.
Yeah. Fucking horrible. And that's all just to pad it out.
Yeah? So when you were cutting up, you just had to remove the bits of plastic out of it?
Yeah, pretty much.
While you were using it. Did you ever get a whiff of plastic sometimes?
Yeah, because we're hash, obviously, and it was the really hard stuff. You have to soften it, so you can crumble it. So you crumble a bit, and then you see there's a lump of plastic in there, and you're like, fuck, and you just like flip it away. So
better out than in.
Exactly.
Yeah, no. So I got some jobs on the go, Scott.
Some interviews.
Yeah, I got aeronaut tomorrow.
Very nice.
And I got a trial shift at Enterprise in Camden.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Enterprise is, it's a lively bar.
Where is Enterprise?
Opposite Chalk Farm Station.
Oh, okay, so like up that way.
It's the one all the way at the end.
Yeah.
I haven't been there for a while, but they got a little music venue upstairs as well and stuff.
I think I went there when I was like 16. I don't think I've been back.
Yeah. And then I heard from another job, did you ever go to the Fiddler's Elbow?
Where is it?
It's in Camden.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Well,
I may have stumbled in there and had a pint.
Nah, it's not that. It's like it's like a tiny music venue.
No, probably
It's
not.
down one of the side streets of Camden. It's out of the way. And the guy called me up, but I didn't go to the interview because one of the first things he said to me was, "Do I know you from somewhere?"
Uh-oh.
And I was like, well, I've been around a bit.
Possibly.
Yeah, you might. And then I was like, yeah, I'm not going there.
Shit.
It could be anyone.
He'd have figured it out by the time I get back.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, because if I see him and then he's like, oh, didn't you used to work here or didn't you used to work there? And I haven't put it on my CV, that's going to be just alarm bell straight away.
Yeah, that's not going to look good.
He's going to ring them up and be like, oi.
The guy called Liam worked for you?
Oh.
Tall, skinny, blonde. Liam? I thought his name was fucking Molvac or something. Sorry, that's an old Bill Hicks joke. I just had to steal it. I've been getting back into my Hicks recently.
Yeah?
Anyway, sorry, derailing from the point. Fucking hell, that's so easy to do, man.
What?
What about the job things? Are you more interested in the aeronaut or the Enterprise one?
I know. Aeronaut, because it's closer.
But yeah.
But it is acting. And, every time I've been in there during the daytime, there's nothing going on.
No, but that's not to say it's not cool at night. I've been there a few times, man. Like, me and my mate Rich went there about a year ago, and we had a little bit of dizzle, and we went and saw the circus show that they do on like Friday nights. And I tell you what, man, for £5, and when you're tripping, it was a pretty good night. Me and Rich were both beaming grins. Wow, look, she's climbing up the rope.
Hope she doesn't fall. Hope she does.
She was hot as well.
Yeah.
Oh, blonde gymnast with just the arse of an angel and the hips of Prince before he ruined them.
He removed them.
Ruined them. His hips are fucked, apparently.
Prince?
Yeah, just from all that gyrating.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Years of gyration.
Steven Tyler, Aerosmith, he's got a fake hip. Just from all that jumping about.
You hear about ACDC?
Well, I heard about Phil Rudd. Jesus Christ on the cross. Like, meth, he got caught with meth, weed, and then arranging to kill someone.
Yeah.
Like who? Their
2
new
people.
drummer?
No, like 2 people it was.
Shitting hell.
Like some 25 and 26-year-old person.
What?
Some young'uns. It wasn't as if it was, you know,
I thought it might have been a guy trying to usurp him, like trying to take his drumming spot. You know?
Well, he's watched too much Spinal Tap and he's like, I'm not going out.
I fucking tell him no one will care. Drummers always die. Fuck it. He was shot in the back of the head. Police think suicide.
With a drumstick sticking out of his ass. And not a chicken one.
And don't fuck with Rudd, written in felt pen on his chest. But no, it was really strange. I saw it on BBC, and then I went on Facebook, and there was a thing where it was like breaking news from Vice or something, and then above it was literally ACDC official. We weren't aware of any of this. We just found out. The new album's still coming out. He didn't play on it, and he's no longer part of the band. And it's like, okay. Well,
he was old as well.
he's 60.
Yeah. Getting on it, man. What a joker.
I remember a friend from the past who was a drummer. He really respected him. He had a few of his like learning videos, Mr. Tom J.
Oh, yeah.
And he said he was great. He was great for basics and stuff like that. And ACDC drummers, you know, they're not looking for a guy to throw in loads of fills. They're looking for a guy to keep a beat.
Yeah.
That's what they're looking for.
Oh, well. Yeah, I just
Keep a
thought...
beat and not try and arrange to kill people whilst holding meth and weed. Might look bad on the rest of you.
Yeah, when celebrities get up to that sort of mischief, it makes you feel better about yourself. You're like, yeah, even with lots of money, you still fuck up.
Yeah, I used to be, when I was little, I used to think that they were all, you know, really special people and they never did anything wrong. And the older you get, the more you realise people are just people.
Yeah.
So I like to find out about people's degenerate side.
Well, I think it makes money and fame probably makes people even more stupid.
Of course.
Just
you think so high on fucking coke.
Well, you think you can get away with anything. Yeah. I watched a documentary about Ian Watkins today.
There's a documentary?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Might need to G myself up for that one.
Yeah, it was I'll tell you, it was uplifting. But I didn't really know the facts behind the case. And I do sometimes, you know, it does intrigue me. Like,
I doubt he just fell into it. He wasn't coerced into threatening to rape babies.
Well, it was like 4 years between when the lady first reported it and him finally getting caught. But the only reason he was caught was because he had drugs on him, and they brought him in and they seized his laptop. That was, you know,
and
it
that's
wasn't...
when the game came.
Yeah. So that's...
Came down.
And I think the same thing happened to Glitter as well. I think he took his computer to PC World, and that was the only reason, you know, PC World done him.
Yeah. Can you fix my computer? Just please don't look in that file marked "Do not open." Okay.
I think Gary got caught in the days before anyone was really aware of, you know, of the implications.
Fucking hell, man.
Gary, you should just checked it away.
Didn't that woman, though, it was his girlfriend, she, like, told the police, like, he's a paedophile.
No.
And they didn't believe her or something.
No, she was like a prostitute.
Oh, so she had no credibility?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, so she was, yeah. Oh, no, just watch the documentary.
What's it called?
I don't know, just search YouTube and write Ian Watkins documentary.
Okay.
And there you go.
There you go, listeners. Just put Ian Watkins in Google.
It was like BBC or ITV or something like that.
Oh, okay, well, as long as it's legitimate and it's not some Lost Prophets fan, it's like, he was fucked, man. No way he touched babies. Because I was 14 when I met him and he didn't go anywhere near me.
Got 29 years.
See a photo of your darling.
29 years, that's a long time.
Well, what was he actually charged with? Was it actual, like, just indecent images? I'm sure he actually... Wasn't there some shit about raping a baby?
Yeah, there was a video of him attempting to, but he didn't. He failed somehow.
Well, I can probably see why, you know, just anatomically.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. 29 years?
Yeah, but you'll see there's some, you know, him claiming all these sorts of things, like 2-year-olds and stuff like that. You know, you're going to see...
Yeah, that's like, you can't even wish, like... I was going to make a joke there, like, well, I'll rest easy in the knowledge that his arse is now a mile wide. But then you think, he's a proper pervert. He might enjoy that.
Yeah.
You know? Like, our biggest, blackest dude in here just keeps fucking me up the arse. Love it.
It's not the same as a 2-year-old, but I'll take what I can.
Oh, that black pubic hair rubbing on me arse. Oh, it's a different world, man.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's talk about something. I saw Horns as well, Daniel Radcliffe's.
Any good?
Yeah, I enjoyed it, man. I was a bit prejudiced when it came to it because I've been looking forward to it for so many years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Has this been like in the pipeline for a while then?
Yeah, it should have. It's one of those ones that couldn't get distribution, I think. So it's been finished for at least a year and it's only just getting released now.
I read like a synopsis. It seemed like an interesting story.
Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe.
It gives him some sort of ability to read people's minds or something.
Whenever he's around people, they
tell them their most innermost.
Yeah, and he can tell them to do anything and they'll do it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Like they're perceptible to him.
Shit.
And they know, yeah. It's an interesting movie. Interesting's wrong. It's a great movie, but it's not for everyone. But I think you'd enjoy it.
Okay. I want to watch it.
It's dark.
It's on the list.
Yeah. And then I watched Cold in July finally as well.
Ah.
I watched that today actually.
Any good?
Oh, I fucking loved it, Scott.
Good. Like, stays true to the book.
I haven't read the book.
No, neither have I. Who wrote the book?
It's Lansdale.
Oh, okay.
Joe Lansdale.
Yeah.
But no, I really enjoyed that.
What are some other books that Joe Lansdale has written?
He's written loads.
Yeah, any spring to mind?
Well, Bubba Hotep is the one that everyone.
Oh yeah, they made the film.
Yeah, Elvis, and
the guy that was in Evil Dead.
Yeah, JFK. Yeah. Bruce Campbell plays Elvis, and some black guy plays a black version of
Kennedy.
Kennedy.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
that was entertaining.
And they fight a zombie. No, it's a mummy. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get my facts wrong. But apparently the guys that have just done Cold in July are taking another Lansdale book series and turning it into a TV show.
Okay.
So I'm excited. Lansdale, he should have a bigger name.
It's always nice when there's some good stuff coming out.
Yeah.
There seems to be like a few years. I don't know. I suppose it depends on your taste, but there are times where I feel like there's nothing I want to go see. You know, there are no bands I want to go hear, that kind of stuff. So it's always nice when you get a little diamond in the rough.
Well, the full season 2's coming out. You know, that's out this month.
I haven't even seen number 1 yet.
You should watch it, man. Gillian Anderson, the guy from 50 Shades of Grey.
Well, then that is
some guy.
I don't know. Fucking
yeah, he wasn't famous beforehand. He's only, you know, the reason he's in 40 Shades of Grey is because of a Fool. But Gillian Anderson, she's big stuff now, man. Big stuff.
Oh, what? She went big. She's big stuff now.
No. Well,
the X-Files was like a preamble to the Fall.
Yeah. Well, there was a lull after X-Files. There was no Gillian around, and now she's in Hannibal. She's got a bigger role in Hannibal now. The Fall. Been doing some plays and shit as well. So not that theatre excites me too much.
You talk about Gillian Anderson, and immediately I start thinking about David Duchovny, because I think the intro to Californication might be one of the worst intros I've ever seen in my life.
Oh really? I've never seen it. Why?
Go home and watch it. It's fucking painful.
What is it? Is it like beaches and him?
Yeah, like literally, it's just like, here's a camera, David. Just go out and try and look cool in it, and we'll meld it all together and we'll do an intro. Even the song is fucking shit.
Yeah.
It's awful. I don't know if they changed it because it's on like season whatever now, but I know the first few series, every time it came on, I was like, I should hate this show on principle.
Did you like it?
I watched like 2 seasons of it and I got bored.
He's just like a misanthropic writer who drinks a lot.
Yeah, so it's a bit trying to be Bukowski, but it's a bit trying to be Hunter S, and it's a bit trying to be. It's
not.
But it's not.
No.
I don't give a shit about David Duchovny.
No, he's not. He hasn't got the grit for it.
No, and you don't strike me as a edgy artist either. You strike me as Mulder. You can't. So stop trying to tell me, Well, even in it, his name's Hank in it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I wonder where he got that from. Hank Bukowski. Like, I know exactly what you're going to do. When it's contrived like that, I get really... you have to convince me to watch.
But you made it for 2 seasons, so it can't be that goddamn awful.
Yeah, and there's a couple of good... I like a couple of the actors. There's a bald guy in it who's married to Pamela Adlon, who's in Louie and Lucky Louie. Yeah. I like her a lot. You know who I mean?
Nah, ain't got foggiest. Who's she in Lucky Louie?
Pamela. He's his wife in Lucky Louie.
Oh, yeah.
And then in Louie, she's Pamela. Have you seen season 4 of Louie yet?
I haven't, no.
Pretty good, man.
Season 3 I watched, but no, I haven't got around to 4 yet. It's a bit... Watching Louie's a bit depressing.
Yeah.
I've got to be in the right frame of mind for it.
Yeah, you can't just throw it on. You know it's not going to be a happy thrill ride. But there's 2 episodes in season 4 called In the Woods that really, I thought it was really good. And the basic premise is he catches his oldest daughter smoking weed. And he freaks, obviously. Like, oh shit, oh my god.
How old is she?
She must be like 13, 14, something like that.
That's too young.
Yeah, whatever, but you know, and then he's like, he takes her home and he's in the kitchen. You can see like he's thinking, how am I going to handle this? And then it just flashbacks to him at 13.
Oh yeah, you have mentioned this. And
Fucking great, man.
His first experience.
Cinematic and poignant without being bleh. You know, it's actually quite touching.
Yeah? Like Stand By Me or something like that?
A little bit. It's got that kind of 80s soft focus, you know, and the kid that plays Louie when he's a kid is perfect, I think.
Is he fat and chubby?
He's not fat and chubby, no. He's like gangly and thin with floppy red hair. And, you know, Louie being fat, I think, is only a product of Louie being an adult and being able to buy Cinnabon as much as he wants, you know. I think he would probably admit to that. Yeah, that was really good. That was like a 2-parter.
Yeah.
There's a 6-parter in it, for fuck's sake. It's called In the Elevator.
And is it 6 episodes in an elevator?
6 episodes. No, it's not set all in an elevator, but it kind of revolves around the elevator in his building.
Okay.
So he meets a girl because a woman has collapsed in the elevator. It's, yeah.
Yeah, no, I've always been like, I haven't watched the second season of Legit yet either.
Second and final.
Oh, they're not. Oh, I did read that. Yeah, they're not redoing
it.
I saw an interview with him, and he was a bit peed off about it.
Yeah, he's not happy, and I can see why. Like, they put it on FX, which is the same channel that Louie's on.
But then they put it on FXX.
Then they moved it to FXX, which is like, you know, it's like E4.
Yeah.
So it was on Channel 4, then it got bumped to E4, and then they didn't get as many ratings.
Well, of course not.
But nobody knows if I can look for it. Well, no, I'm not even sure that's an excuse these days, because they all tweet like mad. Like, oh, the show's been moved and the show's on at 9 tonight, please watch, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but if it's on FX, that's going to be a big, you know, lots of people tune into that channel anyway.
Yeah.
So, you know, if they put something on that was competing with him on FX, and, you know.
I enjoyed I enjoyed Legit more than I enjoyed Maron.
Well, I only saw the first season of Maron.
It's good, I like it, because I'm a Mark Maron fan. It's more of the same, it's more funny. There's a great episode with Joey Diaz. And Bill Burr's in that episode as well. So, you know, there's a few, like, high points. But in that style, yeah, it's got to be Louie, and then I prefer Legit.
Yeah.
I think Legit's funnier, because Jim's more of a D-gen.
Can I say that? Alright, because, you know, I've just started using Twitter, so
yes.
every couple of days I did go on it and look. But I find it kind of irritating, because some people just tweet ridiculous amounts, and then, you know, stuff that I want to watch or want to see is lost. Like Bill Burr is a classic example.
Yeah, he retweets.
He just tweets, you know, like.
But they're all retweets.
Well, either way, you're still.
So someone tweets him and he goes, "Oh my god, I got to share this with all the people that follow me."
Yeah. Well, it's like, if we want to see it, Bill, we'll look on your page and then we'll see it.
I know what you mean, though. The frustration of, like, I've stopped following a few people just because it's constant.
Yeah, because I don't want to know. You know, I don't, you know, to look on one page and it all to be Bill Burr.
Well, then the way to do that is to start following a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, I follow things like Bukowski quotes, just because every now and again I see a Bukowski quote, I'm like, oh yeah, I really like that one.
Yeah, there's things like that then.
Bill Hicks, you know, stuff like that, and bands, and you really got to just follow loads of people.
Yeah, I've only got like 5 people at the moment. 6
You get
people.
more. I've got like 360. And that's only because I was in the same thing. I was getting bored of seeing the same people, so I was like, right, I'll follow you. I follow Nigel Farage.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's fucking funny, the shit he comes out with. You know? It's just hilarious.
No, actually, I guess you're right, actually. Yeah, I need to take a day and think about all the people I kind of...
You don't even really have to think about it, because Twitter's one of those things
it starts working out what you're thinking.
All the algorithms, so it's like, okay, he really likes these stand-ups, and then they'll start throwing ones. You're like, oh yeah, fuck, I forgot all about him. Follow you. Oh, and look, there's a thing about, for me, like Chelsea transfer gossip. Oh, that'd be interesting every now and again. There's loads of shit out there. You just got to find it. You need to go on a Twitter capade.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, it's interesting. It's interesting to pass the time, but it's how you find it Facebook now, weekend.
It's still really fucking boring.
Yeah.
Really boring.
Not as fun as Twitter.
No, I like Twitter, and I think the reason is because I don't have. All I've got on Twitter is like a few good friends and loads of people that follow me because they think I'm either funny or interesting.
Yeah.
Whereas Facebook, there are people on there that I went to high school with. Like, I never even spoke to them when I was at high school.
Yeah.
I find it really bizarre.
Yeah, what, that you're linked to these people?
Yeah, and I know it's my fault. Like, I clicked accept and the friend request and everything. But what am I supposed to do? Am I going to go on there and just cull?
It's quite time consuming getting rid of people as well. It's not like something where you can select all like 20 people and then just press delete. You have to go onto each individual page and go into options and go to unfriend. I remember how long it was.
Is that what I'm going to have to do? Like, go through everyone and do a pro and con list in my head?
How many people have you got on it?
I don't know, about 100. I speak to 7 of them. It's fucking retarded.
Yeah.
And it's evolved, like, before I left it, you could put, like, a dickheadish, like, arseholey kind of joke statement up and people would see that it was an arseholey statement.
Yeah.
Yesterday I put on, as a joke, which one's Movember again? Is it AIDS or cancer? I can never remember. And people answered me like I was asking a genuine question.
Really?
Yeah. And I just remember, oh, that's why I left.
How many? Well, you got a couple?
I got like 3. 3 responses. Cancer. And then below that, prostate cancer. And then my mate Pete actually made a joke. He was like, it should be AIDS, what with everyone growing mercuries. The moustache, which is quite funny. Yeah. So I like that one. So it's like, okay, Pete obviously understands. But, that's going to freak me out. Because I'm going to continue to put horrendous stuff on there. And if people answer me like I'm being serious...
Yeah, where's the comedy value there?
It just goes to show, like, how little irony... People just don't even appreciate it.
There was a really interesting
thing... Like, I'm dumb enough that I don't know what it's fucking about.
Yeah.
Give me it. Sorry.
There was this thing on the Guardian website, I don't know, somehow I linked to it, and it's called the 7 Digital Deadly Sins.
Ooh.
And there's some interactive thing on their website, and it's got... The only reason I was interested because Bill Bailey was on it.
Okay.
And you got the 7 sins, greed, sloth,
gluttony, blah blah blah.
Yeah, and then each one's got a video link to it, and it's all about how the negative aspects of using Facebook and stuff. And Bill Bailey does sloth because he says it just. Well, you can imagine.
Yeah.
Bill Bailey, he's talking about how he's retweeting things about saving slugs and he doesn't know what he's doing with his time. He's just turned unbelievably lazy, and he actually brings up a good point, and it's something that I've thought about as well, is that people are more inclined now just to go home and just sit around and
it's too expensive to go out most times.
Yeah, so just sit at home and just spend time on the computer when going on these sites 9 times out of 10 it's not going to be anything.
It makes me dislike people more than it likes me. It doesn't make me feel close and like in the loop, like, hey, all my friends are here and I can say stuff to them. There's no context for it.
No.
It's very weird. What am I supposed to say? Like, James Damone, I'm loving him, but he's being so dickish to me on Facebook.
Why?
I think he's doing it on purpose. Like, he's trying to be funny.
Yeah, he's just winding you up.
But I'm not used to it from James. So it's kind of like, I was going to text him like, why are you being a prick? And I realised what he's doing. And it's like, I'm going to reply to him later and be like, I basically said, I'm back on Facebook. And he said, meh. Which I liked, because I was like, that's quite funny, James. And then a few days ago I put bored already, like underneath that. And his response to that was, no one's forcing you to stay. And I thought, fuck you, Damone. Like, why are you getting so angry? Oh, he's trying to be humorous. Okay. So now I'm going to reply to him. I'm going to be like, I can't leave because I enjoy your cheeky Facebook mouth too much. Again, all of a sudden, James is getting this, like, vicious streak in him, in his humour that's just never been there before. That's what happens when you find out you're going to be a dad.
Yeah? Or you get bitter.
Oh, James is missing through. He's kept it hidden for a while, but it's coming out. I love it, James. Keep it up. Keep insulting me. I love it. I love it.
Well, fuck Facebook. So.
Yeah, it's still the same, but I think it's changed in that people are less. There's less irony now.
Yeah, because it's more established. It's more of a way of life.
He couldn't possibly mean that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I do. I really
no
do.
one would put something like that on Facebook.
It's the only reason I would put it on Facebook.
Maybe the cops might arrest him.
Oh yeah. We need to get that Scott Ryan. He's a menace. So yeah, I'm not even really bothered about it.
No?
No, I'll check it once a day. It was nice. I connected with what's her face, Emma.
Oh yeah.
Emma Gridley.
Last time I saw her, I was at the
Red Cow. It's the last time I saw her as well.
I can't remember how that came about.
I think we arranged it. What the fuck was that? Fireworks. You're a day late, bitches.
I thought it was thunder. I was like, there's a storm approaching.
It's the 6th of November.
No, but they'll be from now all weekend now. Because it was on a Wednesday, because it was yesterday, it was so chapping. They're going to have to do it on other days.
Yeah, I'm more concerned about my cat. I didn't see her until... Because it was fireworks night at the park over the road from my house yesterday.
Yeah.
So she didn't turn up, man, until it all died down. It was about 11, half 11. So she obviously finds somewhere and hunkers down, petrified. Which sucks. I like people to have fun, but not at the expense of JoJo's feelings.
I know, I was looking, it's like six fucking pounds now to go and see a fireworks display.
In a park.
Yeah.
That you could stand outside of.
Yeah,
and watch anyway.
Yeah. Doesn't make any fucking sense.
Dumb.
I do like fireworks though. I like making things go bang. So.
I like watching them without my contacts and my glasses on. It's fucking trippy, man.
Do you remember when I was doing that firework display and I left the box of fireworks right next to the...
Yes, I do.
The fireworks?
Yeah, because we all bolted.
Everyone ran back into the house except me. I just stood there like, no, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, the sparks were flying into the box of fireworks.
That's really unsafe.
No one died.
That's what happens when you mix alcohol and fireworks, man. Either good times or serious injury.
Yeah, I think you have to be a bit of a moron to get, your hand blown off or something like that.
But yeah.
They got a fuse. It's when people go back and try and relight them and stupid things like that.
And sparklers and shit, like picking them up with their bare hands. That's dumb. Or like getting a sparkler and holding it to your face where a spark goes in your eye. You deserve to be blind, you fucking idiot.
We all learn, you're meant to hold them far away from you.
In a gloved hand.
Glove. Silk glove.
No, not silk. You want something that's gonna, not conducive the heat, you fuck.
I don't think silk's flammable, is it?
It's too thin to give you any real protection.
But I look classy, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like white silk.
Until you start jumping up and down going, my beautiful hands. It's like, well, don't give them to kids. I know sparklers are for kids, but maybe don't give 6-year-olds.
No, you give it to them, but you supervise them. You stand there, they put it in front of them, they only last a bit, and then you have a bucket of cold water for them to chuck it in until afterwards. So
there you go. Those adverts obviously made an impression on you.
They did. There's one advert that scarred me. You know the song, no, it's not We're All Going on the Summer Holiday, it's something else. Some classic summer hit. I can't remember what it is now, but there was a car advert for wearing your seatbelt that came on as a kid. And whenever I hear that advert now, I think about the crash and then them being dead.
Is it Itchy Park?
How does it go?
What did you do there? I got high.
No, it wouldn't be that. It wouldn't be.
It's all so beautiful. That one.
No, I don't think it's that one.
There's definitely a drink drive advert that had that.
Oh, really?
People having fun, getting in a car, summer day in an alleyway, and then they all go through the windshield.
It could be that one. But yeah, it's crazy how that can stay with you, even though I haven't seen it happen for like 10, 15 years.
There's a modern one that fucks me. That stroke one. Face.
Oh yeah.
I fucking hate that. I hate that. It's like, that can just happen to you at any point.
Yeah.
Just don't remind me of that shit. It probably won't, but it definitely will at some point.
Yeah.
Fuck, don't remind me.
Look, I'm sorry, if someone's face turned like that in the advert, I would be like, you're right, I'll get this guy another pint. Like,
it's so horrible. Like the face sinks, and then they show you what's going on behind the scenes in the skull. It just looks like fucking. You're looking at electricity grids from space, and they're all going out. It's really. I don't want to see that shit. I don't need to know what's going on underneath. Just tell me what's going on the outside. Yeah, so it's face, isn't it? Face. Has their face drooped on one side? I don't even remember it. It scared me so much. It's just, what does A mean?
I told you that happened to a mate of mine, didn't I?
Well, he had a stroke?
No, he had a face stroke.
Oh, like paralysis? Right?
Yeah, and for like 3 or 4 months, half his face was paralysed. He said it was the most horrific time in his fucking life because, because he just, you look in the mirror and you just look fucking horrible, and there's nothing you could do about it.
Sunken cheeks.
Yeah, just on the other one side of his face. It's like, dude, I'm glad I didn't meet you then, because I wouldn't have fucking hung out with you. That's the last thing I do when I'm smoking a joint is to see someone's hanging left side.
What's wrong with this guy, man? Give me the stink eye. No, look, I just can't move it. Yeah, all right. What are you looking at, man?
Or like, what's this guy been smoking? I want some.
Who's this dude that can only talk out of one side of his face? What is he on?
Tell him to smoke out the other side.
Oh, it just scares the shit out of me, man.
I know, part of me, like, on the one hand, part of me is like terrified about something like that happening to me, but on the other side, I think to myself, actually, I kind of want something horrific to happen to me, so I can just like lie about and have people look after me for ages.
Stay tuned, man, because it probably will.
That'd be great. Sometimes if I'm on my way to work, I'm like, I really hope like a car will, man.
I couldn't impose on you for a single grizzle, could I?
Yeah, of course, man.
Equipment tobacco, missing the
licorice or normal?
Either. Beggars can't be choosers. That's great. Thank you very much.
No problem, man.
It's live, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so
that's what happens.
What was I say? Yeah, so I hope, like, on the way to work that, a car...
You get sideswiped.
Yeah, and then I can just wake up in the hospital, maybe like 6 months have passed, I've grown a big beard and, developed, like, superpowers or something like
You really need to get a job.
Or, there'll be a check waiting for me. Like, yeah, we sued that guy, Liam, and we sued him for £1 million. Like, you're sorted.
It was so unfair, we sued him while you were asleep. Here's some cash. Yeah, that sounds like a wet dream.
But I can understand why people, sign on and, because you're getting paid for feeling poorly.
Well, I knew a guy at Eden Council, he had Crohn's disease.
Which one's that?
That's the stomach one, where basically...
Well, you shit yourself all the time.
Yeah, there's something about your stomach, like you're not good at processing foods.
Like lactose intolerant, but on a high scale.
No, it's more than that. If you've got Crohn's, it's like a real... Like, I think it might be bacteria in your gut, like it's not level and stuff. You get really thin. And his whole thing, I remember talking to him about it, he was like, yeah, I've got this disease and it impacts my life quite a lot. And that's why I like to work. Because it's like, fuck you, disease. I'm living my normal life. And I was like, yeah, I totally understand that. But what I tried to explain to him was, I don't have anything like that. So I don't want to work.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm, fuck you, laziness. I'm going to work. No, to be fair, I prefer laziness.
You know where you are.
Yeah. I would love it if I didn't have to do all this shit, so I could just focus on being creative. I'm one of those.
Well, the main reason I need a job, Scott, is because I'm so fucking broke. So fucking broke. I walked it.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus. It's a long way to walk for 1 pint of pride.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not just here for the pride. I'm here for the people.
Oh yeah, all of you as well. Sorry.
Yeah.
Why don't you, send us some money?
Yeah, Liam Red Cross.
Liam O. Scotto.
At redcross.com.
We don't have adverts, so yeah, if you want to donate,
a pint.
just throw money at us. It'll only do us good. So,
but it's bad, man. In this city, I got no money. It's tough.
Well, I knew we were coming here, and I'm not Brewster's Millions myself.
Yeah.
I literally sat down and I was like, okay, so if we get 2 pints of Beck's, that's £8.20.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, when we can go and get a 6-pack of beer.
You get more than 6. You get
Not
like
anymore, man.
No, there are places. I was in one
130.
yesterday. 6 for £6. It's this wine market in Willesden.
We did, yeah. Well, you know, on one side you could say, okay, we're gonna just grab some cans. But where are we gonna go?
Exactly. This is supposed to be
stand by a wall.
This is our outside. This is our first hour outside podcast. So, fuck me, we're 40 minutes in already.
Yeah. Well, maybe we should tell people where we are. No, we haven't actually disclosed our location.
Okay.
We're at all those fireworks. I'm hoping that this isn't gonna
Translate.
I'll have to speak up, right? But yeah, we're at the station house in Acton, Scott.
Yes, we are.
Oh, you knew?
Well, yeah, I had to get here.
You're on the ball, you are.
Which is a point of contention with a lot of people. I know they don't like Acton because they have bad memories and shit.
They hate Acton.
I can care less.
No, it's actually a good location for meeting.
Yeah, it's equidistant.
Yeah, it's not far from me. It's not far from you.
Exactly.
It's about the midway point between mine and yours, to be honest.
I don't even have to walk 10 minutes. I just need to round that corner and I can get on a train one stop and I'm practically home.
And it helps that we can buy weed around the corner as well, Scott.
That is a tremendous benefit.
I won't speak any more about that.
About what?
About our supplier.
Oh, no, I thought that was going to be another one of those smooth moments where you're like, exactly. Alas.
I try, Scott. I try.
It's alright, we're getting there.
Yeah, no. But yeah.
Can't expect to be psychic yet.
I know, I used to work in this pub. This place is... Like I was saying, I think...
I've had good times and bad times here.
I've just drank many a beer here.
Yeah, me too.
It's okay.
They do a fucking amazing burger. Oh my god, do they do a good burger.
I have had the burger, Scott, on your recommendation once.
Oh man, that Dolce Latte burger. If money was no object, I'd buy 2 of them right now. But they're what, like 12 quid a pop or something?
Not cheap.
No.
Not when you could buy a bit of roast beef for that.
We could get 2 more beers for that. Fuck's sake, man.
Yeah.
Literally, I've never thought about it until this year, where I've been thrust into the adult world, like, 100% completely. 100% completely. I've always skirted around the outside and been a bit of a grown-up, but now it's all on me, so, okay.
Part of me was tempted to recommend that we go to Wetherspoon.
Me too, I thought about that.
Because then we could get 2 beers.
Yeah.
Instead of 1.
God damn it.
Shit. Because it is cheap, man. I was in there the other day and I got 2 drinks for like $5.50.
Yeah. But on the other hand, we did say we wanted to do our first outdoor one. Like, either this pub or somewhere else, because this is the place, as you said yesterday when we were communicating, we've probably had more beers here than anywhere.
Yeah.
And we've had beers in lots of places.
Yeah, this place has always been a bit of a hub. I like coming here because you do never know if one of the guys will turn up picking up weed.
Yeah, I've been here and Yanni and Boise, I just walk past and you're like, fuck you now. And that's always nice, you bump into folk.
Jesus Christ, Scott, it's like the wars, it's the blitz out there.
Now I know what it's like to be at the front.
Well, like this, drinking a pint.
Yeah. Jesus, it's awful. I'm going to roll another cigarette.
Pork scratchings?
They would have lost their mind back then if they saw me with a licorice rollie. Have you made that cigarette black? What kind of magic have you... what have you done?
They think you're a racist, Scott. Actually, they think you're the opposite of a racist.
No, actually, they probably think I was smoking a cheroot, which is a small cigar.
Yeah?
Yes.
When I was in the States, that was the cheapest thing you could buy for a ciggy. It was it's a cigar with a filter.
That sounds so wrong.
Yeah, they were horrendous.
Why would you want to breathe it? Oh, fucking hell. You've got that completely backwards, America. A smokable cigar that you inhale, don't you? That's not what a cigar's about.
Yeah, and they were like the same colour as your licorice Rizzler. So
yeah, you get like cheroot. That's what a cheroot is. It's like a loosely wrapped cigarette/cigar kind of thing.
One time some Indian dude, I can't remember where I was. I was in Wembley. I remember I was walking through a park, and some guy, obviously he was a bit of a stoner, and he asked me, "Oh, have you got a Rizzler?" So I gave him some Rizzler, and he asked for more than one. So you know what's going on.
Yeah.
You got a couple of Rizzler. I was like, "Yeah, of course." So I handed him a couple of Rizzler. He's like, "Oh, have one of these," and he hands me his thing, and it's like a leaf or something, like a wrapped up leaf, like with like some weird string tying it together. And I was like, "What's this?" And he's like, "Oh, it's like a cigarette. You can just smoke it." So then I lit it and I walked down the street, and it was just some sort of weird Indian
cigarillo.
Yeah, some leaf that I smoked, and I had that, and I thought to myself, I wouldn't mind that if you so often.
Well, it's interesting because there's so many different types of, like, different cultures have different ways of imbibing smoke.
Yeah.
Like, there's this thing in India called Bhat, B-H-A-T, and it's a mixture of cannabis and tobacco.
Okay.
And they mix it all up and they put it in this, it's like a pipe, like an old guy Sherlock Holmes kind of pipe. They're Indian. And and they smoke it that way.
Elementary, my dear Watson.
Yeah, but that's like, it's not you're doing drugs. It's like, oh, you're smoking some butt, which is the name they give to the combination of the two.
Is it strong or is it quite weak?
Apparently it's quite strong.
Really?
Yeah, because you get the head rush. It's like smoking a huge joint. But you're putting it in a pipe.
Yeah.
So you get the head rush and the nicotine, but you also get the lovey-dovey of the THC.
I saw that in some weird video the other day. It was like a video for like the 60s, and these cops are arresting someone, and the cop's got a fucking wooden pipe sticking out of his mouth, like while he's doing it, like while he's arresting the guy and throwing him in the back of a police car, and he's got a wooden pipe. I was
like one of those hayseed pipes.
Like the
an actual pipe.
Like the Sherlock Holmes one.
Wow.
And I was like, that guy, you know. Okay, he's arresting some protesters and he's a dickhead, but the man's smoking a pipe and he's looking good. He's looking good.
Speaking of protests, did you hear about Anonymous?
Oh, well, the one in Central last night.
Yeah, that was like right around the corner from my work. They all went to Trafalgar Square, lost their mind.
Well, they've all been watching V for Vendetta. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, haven't they seen it enough? That's a shit film.
Yeah, I watched it again for the second time.
Isn't it like 3 hours?
It's a lot. Well, it's not quite 3 hours, but
fucking bullshit.
Stephen Fry's in it. It's the only redeeming factor it's got.
And isn't he like the Prime Minister or something?
No. He's some gay
arty lover
that she hides in his basement or something. Past all the bondage gear and the whips.
Yeah. I remember watching it just going like, meh. This ain't great.
Nah.
And I'm not a big Natalie Portman fan. I know loads of guys out there think she's the hottest thing since hot shit.
Wooden as fuck.
I'm not a fan. I don't find her that attractive.
I watched that 4 movie the other day, and she was in 4. She's the love interest in 4. Oh god, and what's this? Star Wars. She's the love interest in Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Oh, she's bland, man.
She's not a great actress, and I don't think she's that attractive.
No, she's not.
Well, there was a thing at work, like an old job. Like basically all the dudes were sending around an email asking like, who would you prefer, Anne Hathaway?
Who's that?
Or Natalie, whatever her face, Portman.
Who's
Anne
that?
Hathaway. I'm going to say films that you just will not know.
Well, go on.
The Princess Bride.
Oh yeah. I know what she
looks like.
Dark
eyes, big red lips, dark hair.
A bit pale.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Hot as fuck.
Yeah.
So I was like, it was just me and the black dude basically out of this whole group, like Anne Hathaway, any day of the week, and everybody else was like, "What the fuck? Are you guys mad?" It's like, wow, there's a lot of Natalie Portman love out there.
But then I think that's just through hype.
Yeah.
That's just because people have been told she's so
Oh, she's so hot. Not really.
No.
You ever see Leon? I still remember her as that little girl. That was like one of her defining roles in my mind.
It's probably her best acting.
Yeah. So I don't really want to own her. I'm not attracted to her in that way, you know.
Well, were there offers to poon and you turned them down, Scott?
If they were, they went to junk and I didn't even look at that shit.
Sorry, Natalie.
Nah, I'm not interested. I'm sorry.
Be half off of a wait for me.
And then what someone will say to that is, "Well, what? So if she's right in front of you, offering it to you, you're going to say no?" It's like, well, I would probably say yes to most very attractive celebrity women in that scenario. It doesn't mean... Of course I'm going to high-five you, like, dude, I fucked Natalie Portman last night. That's going to be a high-five and a long story.
Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, but I'm not going to go out of my way, do you know what I mean? And I was talking to guys at work about this today as well. How weird is it? Like 2 weeks ago, I found out Kelly Brook had split up with her fiance.
Oh yeah.
And my initial reaction was, yes. Where does that come from? Like all of a sudden, I got a chance now.
Yeah, back on the market.
Yeah.
That Doctor Who, no, not Doctor Who, Sherlock. He's got a girlfriend, and everyone on Twitter's like, oh my god, I don't know what I'm gonna do. He's got a girlfriend now. Well, what were you doing before?
Because you two kids were really close to getting it on. You know, it's bizarre, but that is the first reaction. And a guy at work, Amir, great guy, fucking talking about Jennifer Lopez. He's like, yeah, I do that. When she split up with Mark Anthony, he did the same thing. He did the tennis fist pump. Yes. What do you actually expect is going to happen? Like all of a sudden, it's like, right, I'm going to shave, put on my best clothes, go around Kelly's, offer my condolences, see what happens. No. That's quite humorous, I thought.
Yeah, well, you could friend her on Twitter and see where it goes from there, Scott.
Kelly, I think your problem is you never had a real man.
And I'm a real man.
Why don't you come over here? Who's up for a mustache ride? I should preface that by saying I'm quite beardy at the moment.
Yeah, you got the beard going on.
My plan was to get like a really good Christmassy beard going, and then I got my hair cut yesterday, and I was very close to shaving it all off.
I didn't notice that, but yes, you have, because the quiff is definitely diminished in size.
By a good 80%.
Yeah, it was huge.
Oh, it was fucking amazing, man. Like Nick would say, your hair's scaring me, and I'd be like, what? And I look in the mirror, and it's like, I haven't washed it or brushed it or anything. It was just sticking out on end. I looked a bit like Doc in Back to the Future, but it wasn't white. It just looked like some crazy cunt.
Yeah, I remember when I had long hair. Longish.
Jesus Christ almighty.
Yeah, that was horrendous.
When Liam had long hair. Did I know you?
Yeah.
You had long hair.
I had fucking...
Speaking to a man who used to have hair down to his arse.
Yeah, that part. No, but for me, I had long hair. I tried to grow it out once, didn't I?
Yeah, it looked a bit Lego helmet-ish.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Like a bowl hair.
But that happens to everyone.
Yeah.
There's that stage, man, where it's neither short nor long. So you have to wear a cap or something because you look mad.
Yeah, no, it's not for me, Scott. Not for me. Short hair. I'm looking forward to balding just so I can shave it all off. I think I prefer having the shaved head.
Well, you may not bald. Do you know where you get your hair from? You get it from your maternal line. So what's your mum's hair like?
Fine.
It's not falling out or anything like that?
No, it doesn't.
You'll be fine. Men get their mum from the paternal, their hair from the paternal
side.
side.
So if your dad's...
the maternal side, sorry.
So if your dad's bald, it doesn't necessarily
It doesn't mean you're going to be bald. You got to look to your mum's hair, apparently.
How many women go bald, though? Not many.
Ones with alopecia? I don't know.
You don't see many fucking bald women with like big patches.
No, I heard that somewhere and I thought it was gospel, but now we're talking about it, I'm starting to doubt myself.
Yeah, because I've never seen a chick and been like, yeah, she's bald.
I have.
Really?
Yeah, bald chicks.
Oh, what? Fucking... What?
But balding and being bald, what's male balding is when like your hairline starts creeping up the top of your head and disappears around the back.
I always remember the joke my dad told me that, alright, a man goes into the doctor and the doctor says, the man says to the doctor, oi, my hair's falling out. So the doctor gives him a roll of toilet paper and tells him, just rub that on your head every day. Get some loo roll, rub it on your head every day and it'll be fine and you'll stop balding. So then the man comes back and he says to him, I've been rubbing the toilet paper on my head and I'm still going bald. And the doctor says, well, I've been wiping my arse for it for all these years and it hasn't done anything down there. Or something like that.
So on that note...
It was a French joke that my dad translated to me. He was trying to explain French humour to me. And that was kind of the best he could think of for a French joke.
Not known for their humour.
Well, the French?
Yeah.
No, they haven't really got stand-up comedians or anything
their
like
cuisine.
that.
Well, look, the only stand-up comedian I know was the one that through that Cornell controversy. You probably don't know about that as a non-football fan.
No, what's that?
French stand-up comedian. Apparently, he's quite anti-Semitic.
Okay.
But he says he's not anti-Semitic. He's anti-establishment. Okay. Now, if you say you're anti-establishment and you have jokes about how horrible Jews are, he thinks there's a zeitgeist and it's all run by a Jewish cabal. He's obviously a fucking racist. So he came up with this sign like this, you know, a bit like the Nazi Sieg Heil where they throw their arms out.
Yeah.
He came up with this one where you basically put your right hand like on your left shoulder.
Yeah.
And that was supposed to be his signal. And a bunch of footballers started doing it. And then they got fined by the FA for making anti-Semitic gestures.
They were doing it because of him?
Yeah.
Were they French footballers?
No, yeah. Like Nicola Anelka, Asu Akutu, he got done for it. But it was a big hoo-ha, like, because they're saying, no, it's not anti-Semitic, it's anti-establishment. And then apparently if you listen to the guy stand-up, and his way of doing stand-up is by doing it at a podium, like at a lectern.
Okay.
Like he stands there with notes. That doesn't sound very funny to me.
No.
That sounds like a dude with an agenda.
Did you? I guess because it's in French, you never watched it. Sorry.
No, I'm not even particularly interested. If he was that funny, I would have heard of him by now. I'm a huge comedy fan.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying I know all the comedians, but this guy, if he was that funny, they'd be talking about how funny he was and not how
racist he is.
Yeah, his fucking anti-Semitic side was. So,
well, we are approaching the end now, Scott.
Yeah, I think that's a good
little hour.
Yeah, little midweek for the all of you lot there that are jonesing for this. I know you're out there.
Oh yeah. Well, if you're not out there,
There will be soon. Hopefully.
I hope none of you ever fucking listen again.
To be fair, we haven't even advertised this yet. We're still in the fetal stage of getting our heads around it.
Oh yeah. I'm still.
So it's all great. It's all gravy.
All delicious, best stuff.
It's all footage.
Yeah, exactly.
/ material / audio.
That's the way I see it. As long as if we put in enough hours, if something, all one of us has to do is, you know, get some controversy behind them, and then we'll be famous. Like
some good oral.
Yeah, you know, just do something, you know, horrific or. There we go.
Well, the night is young.
I'll try and attack someone with a firework or something. Sparkler.
Right, as long as I'm not. Oh yeah, no. You assault as many people as you like, Liam.
No, not tonight. Too early for that. But yeah, should we can it on that then?
Yeah, no, very nice.
Yeah. Well, anyway, thank you for listening. Yeah, we'll see you about.
Enjoy the rest of the week. Catch you.
Yeah, I'll be next week.
Yeah, catch you on the flip side.
Take care now.
Cheerio.